to The Horror with your hostess with the mostest trouble, as always. It has got to be Thursday, so we're doing our second horror movie of the week. Now, here's something a little bit different. I don't know how many of you guys are aware of this late 80s gem, but I'm going to be reviewing My Mom is a Werewolf. I actually have it in one of those big, like, multi-feature, like, 50 movies, Mill Creek type sets or whatever. I've always loved this movie ever since I was just a wee little bitty Jenna. Here's the thing. So it's an 80s movie. It's a horror comedy, total horror comedy, and it's one of those movies that it's like, it's kind of really dumb, but you can't help but to have a good time and have a kind of a good chuckle with this movie. Let's go through the cast though real quick, because it's got a nice little cast. It has John Saxton. Yeah, that John Saxton. He's gonna be our little werewolf, by the way. Spoiler alerts! Yeah, there's probably gonna be some spoilers in here, but honestly, you kind of see them coming. You kind of know what's going on. John Shuck, Marsha Wallace, who a lot of you guys, may she rest in peace. I know a lot of you guys really kind of know her from the voice for The Simpsons, Mrs. Krabappel, right? Diana Burrows, who was Maddie in Friday the 13th Part 7. So got a couple little, like, horror references in here and everything. So, but yeah, fun little cast and everything. So basically, movie is about, like, kind of like a suburban family of John Shuck's character. He's the father, Leslie, who's the wife, and their daughter, Jennifer, sorry. Little family or whatever, and the mom, Leslie, is feeling a little, like, unappreciated by her family. Definitely feels a little, like, ignored by her husband. Kind of like, there's no romanticism. She wants some romance in her life and everything. And her husband just, kind of comes home and is like, I just want to watch the game, or, whatnot, or I want to do this, like, whatever. Just kind of like a typical, like, couple that's been married for, a number of years, got a teenage daughter and stuff. Whatever. They just lost a little bit of magic in this relationship. Well, what do you know? Leslie's out doing some errands, getting a little flea collar for the dog, and boom, she runs into John Saxton, who owns a pet store, which I guess kind of makes sense. Dude, oh my god, John Saxton alone, I feel like, is worth watching for this movie, because he's so good. Like, it's such a, like I said, this is like a horror comedy, but yet he plays it so kind of straight-laced, and he takes it so seriously, only the way that John Saxton can. But yeah, he, kind of runs into her, kind of figures like, ooh, hey, here's a little someone that I could have, like, a little love fling with, like, kind of seduce her and everything. And I feel kind of like he picks up on the fact that she's kind of like this miserable, bored housewife, and she's looking for something. So, of course, he kind of takes off his sunglasses and just looks into her eyes. And, of course, she's, like, in a trance. Because, I mean, hello, who doesn't want to, like, be with, I don't know, a werewolf? That's gross, dude. Ew. Gross. But no, he's very he's a very sexy man, I'll say it. John Saxton is sexy. But yeah, he kind of, persuades her a bit and everything, turns her into a werewolf by biting her big toe. Okay, whatever. So of course she starts kind of growing some hair and stuff, and she's trying to, like, shave and stuff, but it grows right back. And her daughter, Jennifer, realizes something's going on. She initially is like, okay, well, she's having an affair, and she's kind of right on that, but she's, like, doesn't realize at first that there is something bigger, that there's something more going on. But quickly she does finally realize, like, oh my god, like, I think my mom's a vampire. What am I supposed to do? Of course she doesn't know anything about horror movies, but her BFF, Stacy, played by Diana Burrows, pretty much, I love this character, okay? I love Diana Burrows, because she always plays kind of like that, like, offbeat character that we can all relate to, whether it's kind of like the ugly duckling in Friday the 13th Part 7, or in like this movie where she's like all of us, where she's so into horror movies. She knows all these tidbits and everything about horror movies. And of course she's got her BFF who like could care less and is like, I don't really care. But of course, you know, since Jennifer kind of treats her a little bit like crap and stuff, and a couple of different fights and whatnot of not getting along. Of course, Stacy doesn't want to help her. She's kind of like, well, figure it out yourself, dude. You treat me like crap, dude. Everyone's getting like underappreciated in this movie. But you know, Jennifer decides, okay, what am I gonna do? I gotta save my mom. And of course, you know, spoiler alert, she prevails and, you know, saves her mom. And meanwhile, you know, her dad, of course, being like the typical dad, is kind of like oblivious to all of this, has no idea what's going on. He's just happy that he's finally able to like eat meat now and everything, because his wife is like, you know, very healthy, big health nut, like no meat or anything. We're all vegetarians. So he could care less. He's like, he's over there eating like a whole roast by himself and the dog, and they're just like eating. He could care less. He's oblivious to everything. But yeah, it's one of those kind of like I said, it's not like the greatest movie. It's, you know, it's not gonna like change your life, but it's truly just a fun little nod, I feel, to horror movies and us horror fans and everything. Because honestly, I feel sometimes, as I've grown up, I feel sometimes like maybe my parents could have been vampires or werewolves or something, or some like aliens from outer space. I'm just saying. But no, like I said, it's a fun little nod to like the horror genre and everything, and just something very different. Because like I said, this came out in 1989. So it was kind of like, you know, especially for that time, it's kind of nice to see something a little refreshing, and it's not Freddy or Jason or Michael in like just all the like stereotypical slasher 80s types movies and everything. It's a fun one, and this is perfect too for like, you know, for like kids or, you know, like, you know, whatnot, or people who just don't really do a whole lot of horror, can't really do horror. This can, you can show this to your non-horror friends. I'm just saying, like, you know, it's a fun one. Show it to your kids or something, to your young kids. They're gonna have fun with it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this movie, if you've seen it. When did you first see it and stuff, and what did you think of it? Till next time though, you guys, as always, stay creepy, classy, and a little bit sassy.